Hello everybody, this is White Wolf, and I'm going to put my PayPal link in the comment section. Feel free to share out, feel free to donate, and we're going live this evening because I didn't even want to go live, but I'm going to go live anyway, because I'm able to make different videos, so that's why I go live a lot. But I wanted to talk about being rebellious and what it means to be rebellious, and that in the beginning stages of my spiritual journey, one of the things that I did was to be really rebellious against my family, to be really rebellious against quitting my job, and also allowing spirit to come over me and to have my life partner, my girlfriend, help me transition from that job into spirituality and what it really means to step on toes and what it really means to be rebellious, and that being rebellious does not mean that you're not loving. It just means that you're here to make radical changes, you're here to make spontaneous changes, and you're also here to express your gifts and to tap into your true nature and to imbibe those psychic vibes and to imbibe your psychic abilities and to know that they should be accepted, and you should finally accept yourself for the very first time, because you're here to be rebellious, but not in an anarchist kind of way. You're here to be rebellious in the sense that you want to live your best life now. You want to manifest your dream life. You want to subtract things within your energetic field that does not resonate with your true soul's wisdom, that does not resonate with you. So understanding that, you can literally change your vibration at this given moment, and understanding that you can accept change before change kind of crushes you and you don't know how to accept it and you don't know how to flow with it. But it's just about going with the flow. It's about faking it until you make it. And I just wanted to get on here because I know that some people in the spiritual community come from chaos. We come from dysfunction. We come from a lot of trauma. We come from not knowing how to psychically protect ourselves and to understand that we've been living our whole life. But we understand now, with this understanding, that grace has been behind us, that God has always watched us, that the angels has been at work, and that we're here. Finally, we've made it through the chaos, through the destruction, through the dysfunction, and escape tradition. And maybe sometimes a lot of you chose to explore your sexuality with the spiritual awakening. You know, a lot of people come from the church life and then they migrate into being a psychic. So understanding this, that we all come from walks of life and different backgrounds and different shapes and sizes and ethnicities and sexualities, and understanding that the house of God is very big. Now, be rebellious. Express your ethnicity, express your sexuality, express the infinite source of creation, express yourself, express the true divinity within yourself, and become rebellious, and understanding that you don't have to know what the outcome is. You don't know how all the details look. You don't have to know how everything looks on the outer appearance, but it's all about your inner world. It's all about the inner man and the inner woman. It's all about what you want to become so that you're ready for what lies ahead. So you understand that it's not about it's about purifying where you're coming from instead of where you're going. Because where you're going is the golden arches, it is your promised land, it is the great oasis of consciousness. But purifying where you're coming from is healing, is using self-realization, it's acting on things you've been afraid to act on, it's forming new relationships, it's clearing throat chakras. But it's forming new relationships with yourself, and also understanding that being rebellious is just making a statement. It's showing up to your life as if you're meant to be there, and it's making a big, bold statement saying that I want to live my best life right the fuck now, that I want to become the one infinite creator, I want to become the oracle of divine wisdom. It's just making this big, bold declaration that you want to become source in human form. You want both the light and the dark to coalesce, and understanding that you have a heart and you have a choice that, do I want to be in this darkness for the rest of my life? Do I want to be in search of the light? Do I want to be in search of that enlightenment? Do I want to help people with my meditation? Or do I want to be a good mother and I want to implement these conscious principles in a sense? Also, guys, just know that you can share out. feel free to donate. Private sessions, 1 hour for $100 for psychic readings, healings, activations, 2 hours for $200, and 45 minutes for $75. That's my discounted price. It won't always be like that. So what I want you guys about being rebellious is meaning that your family does not mean that it is your family. Your soul contracts can be broken. You can explore with twin flames. You can have soulmates. You can quit your job if you truthfully believe in yourself that you don't want to be with that soul-sucking job, that you don't have to be a doctor if you don't want to. I'm having trouble talking tonight. I usually don't have that problem. But the thing is, it's about being real. It's about keeping it 100. It's about really just taking that step of faith. Like, just understanding that we can be eternal, that we can be immortal, and we can have that perspective of having this eternal bliss and this eternal heaven on earth. So it's all about looking at it. But being rebellious is trying to tap into your heaven. But staying comfortable, staying where you are, and feeling like you're stuck, and feeling like you can't make it, and feeling like you just are always going to be this lowly person and be in unworthiness, fuck that. I'm here to say fuck that. You don't want that. You want to be worthy. You want to be loved. You want to be infinitesimally amazing. You want to be the one infinite source of creation. You want to be rebellious because it's pushing boundaries. It's staying committed and being grounded, and it's pushing the boundaries while implementing boundaries. And it's also just allowing yourself to tap back into your density, your true density of consciousness, because we all have a density of consciousness. We all have levels of consciousness. A lot of us are migrating back into fourth density. But understanding that everybody resonates from maybe sixth density, maybe seventh density, but you don't remember. So now it's the path of self-remembrance, and you finally awaken to this understanding, to this truth, to this divinity within yourself. And you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm done. I want more. I want something I'm passionate about. I want something that brings me joy. I want something that brings me so much love. I want to tap into my soul tree. I want to tap into the universe. I want to manifest the best life that I can. I don't want to be at this soul-sucking job anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship I don't like. And I don't want to keep having these thought patterns that ruin my life, these emotions that I'm just reacting to instead of being proactive. I want to heal myself. That's why we're all healers in a sense, because I started with healing energy, because I do healing energy and meditations and stuff like that. But we're all healers. We're all trying to get that sense of worthiness. We're all trying to get that cognizance back. And we're all just trying to just understand that we're just taking our power back and claiming it once again. We're just claiming our power back. And we're getting rid of that narcissistic energy. We're getting rid of that arrogant energy, that traditionalist energy, that you have to be this, you have to do this. And it's just not about eating healthy or feeling like you have to sit under a bonsai tree for 30 years. But it's just about being you. It's about being raw. It's about being authentic. It's just about tapping into your true self. Because at the end of the day, do you want to sell your soul? Do you want to sell your free will to the world? Do you want to sell yourself? Are you up for sale? And you have to ask yourself that question. Am I up for sale? And you say, no. You put a circle, put a line through it. Fuck that. No, I'm not for sale. I'm not going to let people keep sucking my energy. I want to be a powerful electromagnetic kinetic source energy field. And being rebellious means that you're making changes, they're spontaneous, they're radical, but they're also different causes and different effects that are setting off a chain of reactions. A change, a chemical reaction, a combustion, a spontaneous combustion that is allowing you to really understand that you're changing your reality, you're charging up your reality, you're literally becoming electrifying. you're changing the polarity of your reality. You're tapping into another parallel reality because it's not like the reality that you were tapping into before. It wasn't like Groundhog Day. So understanding this, that we can change our life in any given moment. It's just, do we want to? Do we want to see it? Do we want to try? But sometimes it's just about trying. Sometimes it's just about scripting. But sometimes it's just about meditating for 5 minutes. Literally just for 5 minutes, your whole life can change if you just meditate and you just tap into spirit and you tap into the source of all things and you just give yourself to God and you let go and you have complete faith in the universe and knowing that the universe has you in the palm of its hand and that everything you touch turns to gold and that you can be the bold. God favors the bold, in a sense. So I know I'm kind of throwing some Christian innuendos, but I'm a psychic, but understanding that it's one singular truth. It just comes from all different sources. So it does not matter where the truth comes from. If it gets you to the same understanding, if you want to walk a certain path, that's fine. Everybody is a part of the growing union of consciousness. The Christians, the Mormons, the psychics, we're all a part of this growing nature of consciousness, and we're all tapping back into love. That's what we're really doing. We're tapping back into this love, and we're giving this love, and we're just uniting on this front because we all play a puzzle piece within this, believe it or not. There are very anointed people. It's just about being with the anointed and knowing that everybody is anointed and appointed to something, but when are you going to approve and appoint and anoint yourself? God has already done that. Source has already done that. The angels, your guides, your Native American guides, whatever guides you have. I know that there's some Native Americans around me right now. So, what do you want? Who are you really? Who are you really, and what do you want to be? Right? Who are you really? What do you want to be? And then just outline it, put it in the vortex, give yourself something to go on. Give yourself a to-do list if you need it. You know, if you need a to-do list, whatever that means for you. But sometimes it's just being yourself. And sometimes being yourself, being your enlightened self, means that it might not always be accepted, but you accept yourself and you know yourself and you walk in thyself. You walk in the anointing and you walk in the blessing and you're emulating that blessing and you just go with it. Just go with it. Go with it. Go with your blessing. Because at the end of the day, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to be amazing? And do you want to be accepted within your own divine self? So it's just, what do you want in your universe? If something is in your universe that you don't like, then take that out of your universe. Take that, scratch that out of your universe. If it does not fit within your vibrational blueprint, don't do it. If it doesn't fit where it's needed, your universe is your universe. So understanding that your universe is your universe, that means everything in your universe needs to be a part of your narrative, of your theme, of your outline, of your story, of your screenplay, of how you want to direct it, how you want it to look, how you're producing the movie. Your life is a movie, and look at it from that lens, that you're the actor, you're the producer, you're the screenplay writer, you're the casting agent. So everything in your life has to be perfectly placed into balance, and knowing that if you place every puzzle piece where it needs to be, you're setting things into motion, you're sending things out into the ethers, you're just sending out all that love and all that inspiration and everything that you need out of your life. So just ask. Know that it is given. Know that it is received. Know that you can do it, that you can have it, that you can do whatever you want to do. It's just don't put the limitation and don't put the obstacle in the way of what you want to do. Too many times we put things into our awareness that is not a part of our awareness, that's not a part of ourselves. So also, if you're coming into the feed, feel free to share out, feel free to donate. 1 hour for psychic readings, healings, activations, codes, downloads. 2 hours for psychic readings, healings, activation codes. And 45 minutes for $75. So what I wanted to do with this live here, I have to get out of the yogi stance, but what I wanted to do with this live is that I wanted everybody to feel comfortable with being rebellious. Because I am a rebellious person, but I love my rebellion. I love that it's a part of me. I love my impatience. I love certain things about my personality that I didn't like before, but I like it now because it's beautiful and it's a part of my gifting and it's a part of my own gifts. And let those gifts always start to come out of you more and more and more. So love your rebellion, because being rebellious is the best thing that I've ever done. You know, it's like it's knowing that I can buy that thing even though I don't have the money for it right now, but somehow the universe will give me that money back. Or it's seeing that thing you wanted to buy for your girlfriend but you didn't think you had the money to, and then somehow, some way, the universe reciprocated you back and you suddenly got the money and you bought that thing and you got her a gift. Because sometimes things have to fall into place in order for you to really take a risk. So sometimes you have to take that risk in order for something to be made manifest. Sometimes when you're unwilling to take that risk, or just to make a decision or make a certain action, you're not going to ignite the initiation of manifestation, the orchestration of things that manifest, of healing, of clearing, of psychic protection. So you have to be an orchestrator of energy, in a sense. So just orchestrating everything within your alignment, and to allow everything to be perfectly in sync with yourself and with who you are. So being rebellious is actually maturing, in a sense, spiritually, if you will. Because if you're unwilling to be rebellious, life is just going to walk all over you. Life is just going to push you around. And it's going to say that you can't do this. You shouldn't be thinking that. You shouldn't, ask that person out. Oh, do you think you can manifest this? Oh, wait, no. You can't buy those shoes. You can't get those shoes for your son or daughter. And then you're like, fuck that. I'm going to get those shoes for my daughter for her birthday. It's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I know everything is taken care of. I know I'm safe and supported. I know I just made a big risk. I know that's something very little and minute, but you get my point. I just took a risk, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, right? You're okay with it because you allowed it to be exciting. You allowed it to be freeing. You allowed it to have a sense of freedom. You allowed it to have a sense of freedom. And that's what's beautiful at the end of the day. It's being rebellious gives you that freedom. It just does. It just gives you freedom to do what you want, and to not be afraid, and to know that you can do whatever you want. You just have to choose for yourself to do that thing that you really want to do. So I feel like I've talked enough, but we're going to be doing some healing energy. And with this healing energy, I'll be doing stupid mudra energy. It's what the Buddhists use. I'll move my hands in a circular motion. I'll rub my fingertips, and I'll just be moving my hands around, doing Egyptian signals and stuff like that. And with this healing energy, I just want you to know that it can allow yourself to be comfortable with yourself, to be comfortable taking a chance, to be comfortable being with your rebellious self. Okay? So, let's do this healing energy. We're going to call on psychic protection. The Osage Indians are giving us their wisdom to be as wise as serpents and as innocent as doves. Tap into Mother Gaia. Ground yourself. It's okay to be rebellious. It's okay to take chances. It's okay to take risks. Archangel Michael, allow us to tap into our authority. Archangel Gabriel, let's tap into purifying the way that we are rebellious. And Archangel Raphael, help us to heal the way that we've been suppressing our creation and our expression and our alignment. Mary Magdalene is going to help us with a heart activation. We're going to tap into the horse's energy because the horse is a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of courage. It's a symbol of just letting go, but also being wild and being daring and to allow ourselves to be more rebellious. We're going to allow the Andromedans to empower ourselves. They're sending musical notes to you all. And the dusky pink dragon from Andromeda is going to help us tap into our chakras and to be a part of that love, to love more, to forgive more, to believe, and to just be by the vibration of love. Allow ourselves to be centered, to be grounded, to be alert, to be aware. And to allow ourselves to set boundaries and also push the boundaries. The healing journey is just realizing that we're here to tap into our worthiness, to lose sight of our own identity, to resonate within the I am, to being loving and whole, and to understand that we're here to be simultaneous, spontaneous, exciting. We're here to be the definition of freedom, and we're taking back the power that was stripped away from us and claiming it and declaring it and letting it be known that it is okay to be rebellious. Take one last deep breath as the transmissions come into a close. When I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You will know who you are, and you'll become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, you guys can feel free to donate, feel free to share out. I'm running specials, 45 minutes for $75 for psychic readings, healings, activation codes, downloads, and also 1 hour for $100, $200 for 2 hours. And feel free to share out, feel free to donate. Also, like the TikTok page. Also, I'll be posting this other places as well. This is White Wolf. Thank you guys so much, and just know that it's okay to be rebellious. There's nothing wrong with being rebellious, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's beautiful. I think it allows you to really just amp up everything, step up your game, to be yourself, to be secure, and to also just know that our rebellion isn't giving off a sense of hate, but it's giving off a sense of acceptance. It's allowing you to accept others. It's allowing you to be yourself. It's allowing you to be comfortable within your own divine blueprint and your own divine skin, in a sense. So, thank you guys so much for this live. God bless. Namaste. And also, feel free to share out. Feel free to donate 1 hour for $100, 2 hours for $200, 45 minutes for $75 for psychic readings, healings, activations. You can check me out on Instagram, whitewolf4741, YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Loveline Wisdom, Facebook, also BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23 _@. And just know that it's okay to be at peace with your rebellion, and just know that you're not hurting anybody by being rebellious. And you're actually making the boldest statement that you can when you're being rebellious. When you're choosing to be rebellious, you're absolutely maturing spiritually, because you're just finally acting on the things you've probably never wanted to act on or been afraid to. Or you've been afraid to act on it, or you've been afraid to pursue something, or you've been afraid to start a new routine. But now we can release that fear and just throw it in the trash, because that's not who we are. So, thank you guys. God bless. Namaste. Share out. Donate. And this is White Wolf. Thank you so much.